everyone, guess what? We're here with Flynn. Flynn's in a band called Gasket. Oh my God. They have a new album coming out on Blue Grape Music on 11/21, 8 days from today that we are recording. Uh, it's self-titled. It's fucking good. It's their first full length. They have two EPs previously. Um, if the fucking EP's ripped too, dude.
Thank you, man. I really appreciate that.
What like so obviously everyone says the new album is it's my favorite. Is that how you feel?
Um, yeah, definitely. I think that for us, like the record definitely seems like the most gasket has ever been. And like these two EPs have been like working up into figuring out what we really want to do and like what we really want the band to sound like. Not that we didn't want the other records to like sound how they sounded, but it's definitely been like a gradual increase into like what is like I think the gasket record, you know?
Yeah, like a constant evolution of what what is, I guess, in this current time, which is cool.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
What was, you guys started in 22, which is pretty wild for you to be getting, um, I don't know, as far as you are so quick. Uh, that what was the mindset going into like the band starting?
Well, I guess we started pretty much not long after COVID ended and shows like started again. And then we followed suit and like we took it seriously at first, I mean, as anybody does, but we were just like, let's just see where it goes, I guess, at first. And then Blue Grape ended up finding us at like our third show. And then we were like, oh, we really have to take this serious now. Like we're like getting money to make these records. We've got to like really put our dick and balls into it. And so pretty much every single time we have free, we just spend on the band and like we do as much touring as possible.
Yeah, that I think I, that's kind of how it's always been, right? The band tours as much as they can because that, in my mind at least, it's the best way to grow your following, right, from a
Yeah, yeah.
grassroots level. Because if you're a TikTok band or whatever flash in the pan,
Hmm.
whatever next squirrel comes by, people are like, "Oh, what about that?" They're like, "Oh
Yeah,
shit,"
right. Right.
you know. So good for you guys for getting out there and hustling. Like, what is what does an average year look like for you guys for like show count?
Um, well, this past year, well, 2024, we did less tours, but we did our first full US. So we probably played around 50 shows, I'd say, because in 20, yeah, in 20, oh wait, we're in 2025 right now.
Dude, it all runs
I got that
together.
so fucked up. This year we did our first full US and a couple small runs. But the year before that, we did 1 2 week run for the release of Babylon where we did the whole East Coast and a couple like week long tours. And that was, I remember I counted it and it was 50 shows exactly. And I remember being like, we got to break 50 shows in 25. I'm not sure if we did. I haven't counted it yet, but we're probably damn close.
Hell yeah. Well, the year's not over, so
This is true.
like a couple of last minute fucking basement shows. Let's do this shit.
Yeah, yeah.
So obviously, right, the band's been is super young, um, as a band is. What has been like that aside from Blue Grape finding you at your third fucking show, which is wild? Has there been another like defining moment, like going out with a band that you guys wanted to tour with?
Um, I feel like a lot of it is like because hardcore is so like community based and with that comes like circumstance based things like like for example like when we played Salt Lake City on this past full US, we reached out to this booker to get the show and he's like, "Well, Gates to Hell is playing that night with Stick to Your Guns. It was. And they were like, so you probably don't want to compete with that, so we'll just throw you on that show. And it's just like opportunities like that, which are like so sick for all these people that have no idea who we are to begin with, like getting to see us, like play with bands that we think are sick is like the coolest thing. And another big highlight, I feel like for me at least, one of my favorite shows was last July. We played Orlando, and we were on tour with our friends Watts, and they played our record release show in Baltimore on that tour, but they also just released a record, and we played their record release show in Orlando, and it put our show to shame. It was insane. Like I probably stage dove to my own set like at least 5 times, and this was a city we'd never played before, and it was just like the sickest thing to get to experience. Winning people over like that never even knew who we were before.
Yeah, it's super cool to go into other communities and see shit like that too, because I think, all too often you play at home and sometimes bands they play at home a lot. So people are like, I'll catch them next time they play,
Yeah,
in a week or whatever.
for
So
sure.
then you as the band go, fuck man, our hometown shows suck, blah blah blah. And then you get somewhere else and you're like, dude, this is dope. Like
Right,
let's,
right, for sure.
that's fucking wild. That's cool. You guys got through on that Gates to Hell Stick to Your Guns show.
Yeah, yeah, really pulled through last minute. Very, very
Oh,
grateful for that.
how was the crowd response to you guys there?
It was interesting. Not much, I'll say. I'll say. We were on tour with this band X Gargoyle X from Louisville. They roll, and they played first, and the crowd was not really digging our style. Like we have pretty similar styles, with Gargoyle, and they were not really feeling them. And then I was like, all right, I just gotta like yell at everybody and like try and get the energy up as much as possible. And I stretched it about as thin as I could, and we got a decent response. But it was funny in the same sense to see like all the people there for Stick to Your Guns that are a little bit older that aren't really feeling us. And it's like, you got to watch this too. You're stuck with us.
Well, you say that, but I'm one of those older guys. I'm like I'll be 50 here in a couple of months, and I go to the shows. I don't move a lot, but I enjoy the
Mhm.
fuck out of the shows. I'm like
Mhm.
standing against the wall, like I don't want to break a hip.
Right, right. And I'm like that a lot too, even. It's a weird mindset when you're playing because it's like, why why isn't everybody moving? Because sometimes you'll have a show full of kids and they're all killing each other, and then sometimes it's not exactly all just a room full of kids, and it's like, why didn't all those people fuck with us? And it's like that's not always the case.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, no, the older you get, the less you want to like jump around and shit because you're like, I gotta fucking work in the morning. I don't want to be too
Hmm.
beat up. Like,
Right,
no,
right,
no broken bones. Like, fuck all that.
right.
So, have you guys played with X Gargoyle X before?
Um, we had played with them in Lexington, Kentucky at our friend's Dismal from Lexington. It was their last show, and they played and we played, and we didn't even talk. We didn't talk to anybody in that band once that whole show, but we were like, this band fucking rules. And then
Did you guys
they
play
were
the donut shop?
no, I think that's a newer venue actually. It was at a VFW outside, and I remember it was really really cold. It was like outside in I think like October or November, and it was freezing out, but it was like the craziest show. And we've played Lexington a lot because we have some friends and bands there, and we toured with them, like that band Dismal. And so like people like kind of know us there, and it was a great show. But yeah, we never really talked to Gargoyle, and then we were like, well, we're planning this full US. Who do we want to ask? And I was like, let's ask Gargoyle. And they immediately were like, yeah. So it was very sick.
Hell yeah, that's super cool. It's cool when there's a band you really like and you're like, dude, let's go out. Okay, let's
Hmm.
do it. You know?
Right. Yeah. It's something really sick about like, that's another part of the community that's so sick is that you can get opportunities like that and like make friends that way. Like to not talk to anybody in that band once and then be like, do you want to go on the road and hang out with us and basically have sleepovers and work together for a month straight across the country? Like, that's pretty crazy when you think about it, but it just worked and it was perfect.
Yeah,
And
I
we all
guess it
got
really
along and it was great.
it really depends on how you look at it, right? Like if you look at it, we're gonna have a sleepover and this is gonna be wild and weird and we're going to play music every night. It's like, oh, okay. Or, I mean, I guess the other side is like, dude, we're going to fucking work. All
Right.
right.
Yeah.
Like we're going to go grind this shit out. All right, let's do it. So, at the end of the full US run, how do you feel that it went overall?
Overall, I think it was awesome for a DIY full US in like, I'm trying to think. We played 26 shows in 31 days, and I want to say at least 20 of those were cities we never played before. It went really, really well. I was very, very proud of how that turned out.
Hell yeah. So I guess you guys had like local talent in all the towns to help build bring crowd.
Yeah, 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 I guess whatever promoter we hit up usually just has bands open.
Yeah. It's just all it's always weird because some tours, yeah, I've noticed people are like, we don't want any, local bands. We just want, there's two of us or three of us and that's
Right,
it.
just the tour package.
It's like, fuck, dude. You know,
Yeah,
at this level, you want local talent to bring more people to help
for
those,
sure.
those fucking ticket sales.
Yeah, I think at any level, like, because once you're at a point where you know you're gonna sell out or whatever, it doesn't matter. You don't need a support band to like sell more tickets. It's like, why wouldn't you want to like showcase what you think is a good band in that city?
Yeah, a lot of, well, but if you're dependent on the promoter, sometimes it's not a good like local band. You're like, oh, I can't wait
Right.
till they're fucking
There's
done.
definitely that. Yep, that's
You
definitely
know,
something that happens.
like you son of a bitch. How many
Yeah.
times have you guys played Lexington?
Oh man, we've played Lexington probably I think about 4 times in the past 2 years
Oh
or
shit.
three. Yeah, because we played there on our first tour, and then we played there again on our second tour. So we've played there like at least 4 times now probably.
Oh, that's wild. Have you guys played Louisville?
We played Louisville for the first time on that full US. That was the first day with Gargoyle, and they're from Louisville and half Lexington, so that was a really sick send off for them.
Where'd you guys play at Spinelli's?
Spinelli's, yeah, yeah. The place was
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, that place it's weird when you walk in through the front, you're like, what's this freezer door?
Yeah, yeah. I
Yeah.
totally forgot about that. Yeah, it definitely. I got like lost in there, and I was like, what is this?
I, dude, my first time going in, I was like, is there supposed to be a fucking show here? And he's like, yeah, in there.
Right, right. I had
Like
like
it,
the inverse where I was like, isn't this like a pizza spot? Why is there just like a room and a bar? And then they're like, oh, walk through this freezer. And I was like, oh, okay. It's like a regular ass pizza shop on the other side.
yeah. Yeah, it's fucking that's so funny. It's so weird because they're like two of the bigger clubs are I say clubs, but two of the bigger venues to have shows are like a half a block away, Mercury Ballroom and Palace, which are like I think 900 and 1,500 people or something like that.
Oh, okay.
So, you get this little fucking tagged room that holds like 50 people and everyone's like,
Right,
and,
right.
and then boom. What's on the new album on the self-titled, what song sticks out to you as like your favorite or the one you prefer to play the most?
Um, I think Purest Existence, definitely is like I think the best song we've ever written. I think that's like the most gasket song we've ever written. Um, it's definitely we've been playing that one for like a while now. Being like it's funny like for a whole year straight being like this is a new one, and it's like we played this forever. But it's always just so fun to play. I love it.
Hell yeah. That's a good one. I really like Nailed Down.
Oh yeah, hell yeah. It's funny that song was supposed to be like half the length, and everybody else was like, "We should like make this longer," blah blah blah. And I was like, "No, we got to end it on like on this part or whatever." And I got vetoed out of that, and I don't usually get vetoed out of that because I got pretty good ideas, but they won me over on it for sure.
No, they didn't win you over. They were like, fuck you. This is what we're doing. You're like, all
Yeah.
right.
Well, yeah, I wasn't happy about it until we like recorded it because I was like, it doesn't click with me, and then it just did, and I was like, yeah, you guys were right.
Now it's funny how that works. I think, there are bands out there that, you try to listen to, and you're like, I just the music it doesn't click, and then you see them live, and you're like, oh, I fucking get it now.
Yeah,
You
for
know,
sure. For
so
sure.
I think a lot of times for bands, going in with so many personalities writing the music, you have a lot of those conversations that I don't think people really think about. But it's,
Hmm.
hey, we should, this is how it should go, and everyone else is like, no, do this, and you're
Right.
like, and then it comes together, and you're like, okay,
Yeah.
you guys are right. Fuck,
Right, right, yeah.
fuck. What? So what are you guys planning once the release hits here in like a week?
So we're playing a fest in DC on the 6th, like a week after it drops. Or not a week, I guess like 2 or so weeks afterwards. With Year of the Knife, we're very stoked for that at Songbird in DC. And then our record release show is scheduled for February 17th. Not February, January. My bad.
I was like, holy shit, I mean, even January is a long time, like
It is,
post
yeah.
release.
Almost 2 months, yeah.
What's the reason for having it so late, so
Oh,
far away?
honestly, venue availability and also with because like we were like I feel like most bands or at least us we were aiming for like about a month out after the record, and then it's like, well, shit, that's Christmas time, so let's pick like the next closest date available in January.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, Christmas is not a bad time to have a show, especially like a Christmas Eve. People are
Christmas Eve
going
would be
out,
crazy.
dude. People go out and party their dicks off in fucking Christmas Eve.
I don't know, where are you from, because that's not the case here.
Oh no,
People hang out with
shit.
their families here.
No, not here. I mean, I live in Louisville now, but I mean,
Hmm.
Detroit was the same way. I grew up in Detroit.
Really,
Because,
Christmas Eve
yeah,
shows were a thing.
dude, it was like you go out Thanksgiving Eve and Christmas Eve.
Thanksgiving Eve I feel like is a little different. Because I feel like that's like a big college thing or whatever. I think it's like yeah, Blackout Wednesday or whatever I think they call it.
That's so fucked up. But I didn't even know that was a thing. But like, I feel like those were the nights everyone's coming home and you're getting together.
Right,
Like,
everyone
oh,
is home for break, yeah.
we should go do something.
Right, right.
I don't know. I'm fucking old. What do
I
I
wish you
know?
translated here.
Maybe you can start it.
That's true. This is the first year in a while that we haven't had a New Year's Eve show. The past 2 years in a row, we've had New Year's Eve shows, and the first one was like a crazy, crazy house show we had with like over 100 people shoved in like a townhouse basement. It was like insane. And then we were like, we got to do this bigger, and then just like make it bigger every year. So then we had it at a bigger venue last year, and then this year, we were like, the record release show being on New Year's would be like the ultimate show of all time. But all the big venues have Christmas or New Year's Eve stuff going on, or they're like, it has to be 21 plus because it's New Year's Eve. So we were like, damn. So that's why we got the 17th going.
Yeah. I mean, that it might not be a bad idea to look into like a rental fucking room for New Year's next year and just make that your like fucking routine every year. We're
For
gonna
sure.
throw this
Yeah. Yeah.
show.
Definitely want to keep the tradition going when we can.
Hell yeah. Traditions. The older
Oh,
you get, the more you're like, oh, I missed the tradition.
yeah.
What was it for? I don't fucking know, but we just did this thing. It was
Right. Right.
great.
For the pattern, we had to do
Yeah,
it.
we had to do it. It was this day every fucking year. Just
Right.
go. What's been like the favorite show that you guys have played
Like
thus
ever.
far? Yeah.
For me, probably either the Babylon release show or our last New Year's Eve show was really sick. They were both at the same venue for Holays. It's like a little, it's technically, I think, like 75 or 80 cap, but for New Year's Eve this past year, we shoved probably like 120 people in it. And it was just like pure chaos. It was awesome.
Those are those, those are the best shows.
Yeah.
When Knock Loose did their like album release weekend here, They did the 2 nights at Paris Town Hall, which are like 2,000 cap rooms.
Okay.
And they did a last minute show at a smaller venue. It was like, I don't know, 500 cap or something. It's fucking wild.
That
What a
sounds
good show.
awesome. I love
Dude,
that shit.
as soon as I walked in, like I walk in during the first band and there's already someone down with a broken leg.
Oh God. Oh man.
Yeah,
When
it
we played
was,
when we played Dirty Dungarees on the Full US with Gargoyle, it was so packed because that's like Columbus is
is
like
that,
DGR
Col-
land.
yeah,
And there was a ton of DGR bands on it, and Gargoyle is a DGR band, and it was packed and it was awesome. And during our set, somehow somebody literally like broke the wall, like a whole wall just like disconnected from a door frame and was like inches off of it like entirely. And then some girl got hit in the face. I felt so bad, but she like instant concussion, like EMTs called. And that was terrible, but the show overall, like the chaos is what makes it sick, at least for me, you know.
I think a lot of people are really into that. It's fun, it's weird because you don't know what's going to happen. But like flip side of that I think is a reality is like a lot of those injuries cause lawsuits with the venues, and those fucking venues are like, we got a couple of
Right.
years and then we're done on to something
Right, yeah.
else. Like,
That always sucks.
yeah.
Yeah.
But whatever, as long as you're having fun, I guess.
Yeah, this is true.
I'm so fucking old. I'm like, I don't understand the crowd killing.
Yeah, yeah, I get it. I get it.
Like, I don't know. I remember when people started the karate stuff in the pit, and everyone's like, fucking karate, I'll fucking knock them kids out. Like,
Right.
let them have fun, dude. Like, we're all here for the
Yeah.
same reason. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
What what artists for you like or at what point in your life do you remember going, man, I want to fucking play music?
Well, my stepdad was in a 90s like alt rock cover band, like covering like Bush and Stone Temple Pilots and stuff. And seeing him do that as a kid was like, oh, this is all like the rock star thing. Like he was like a rock star to me, you know? And that was like, I want to do that, like for sure. And then I started playing guitar when I was like 12 or so.
Right on. That's wild. So what got you into like hardcore and metalcore and
I had a relative's boyfriend at the time showed me Code Orange when I was 14. Like what was it? It was My World, and I was like, holy shit! I had never heard anything like that before ever. And like I had heard like I guess what you call like regular metal, like you know like Metallica sounding stuff, and I was like, this is completely different, and it's so much cooler, you know. And then after that, when I was 14, my first like hardcore show was Bloodbather, this deathcore band from I think yeah, from South Florida. They played in like a 50 cap room in like Parkville, which is like my little like suburb of Baltimore that I live in. It was like basically across the street from my house. And it was maybe 30 paid tops. It wasn't that crazy of a show, but everybody in that room was moshing and it was so sick. And that's when I was like, oh, this is definitely what I want to do. This is the type of music I want to play.
that's cool. I think the dude I think one of the Bloodbather dudes has another band called Crucifixion now.
The guitar player, I think, right? I'm not sure.
I'm
I know Jeff, the vocalist, is in a couple bands in Florida. He's booked us a couple times actually. I got to have like that funny awkward moment of being like, "Thanks for booking us, man. By the way, you know, like I saw you like my first show when I was 14, you know, and like it kind of changed my life." And he was like, "Damn, that's so sick." It was really really cool.
Yeah, that's cool. That's almost like that full circle moment. Like, hey, you
Yeah,
fucking,
right.
you
Yeah,
inspired
and
me, and now I'm doing it.
right, and in the same breath, like we're on the same label as Code Orange now, which was the first hardcore band I ever heard. So
That's
like
so
that's
wild.
so full circle. It was crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna tell you, dude. Like Code Orange, I think the early days, more than a decade ago, I
Hmm.
saw them and I did not like them.
Really?
I was like, oh, I think were the, they were like Code Orange kids at the time or something.
Right.
I was like,
Yeah.
I just don't get it. But they changed, and I dig it now. I didn't dig it
Yeah.
then. Maybe I
Word.
changed. I don't know.
Never know.
Fuck. What's your next tour?
Next tour is in March. We are going to be touring with Mile End from, I believe, Brampton or Toronto, Ontario. Um, and we are basically doing 10 days with them. We're going to start in Detroit, do like some shows at the top of the Midwest, and then go a little more west of the Midwest and hit like Omaha and hopefully Des Moines and stuff like that, some cities we haven't hit before, and then go down to like Texas and stuff. And then we're gonna loop back through like New Orleans and Birmingham, so we're closer to home. And then they are going more west, and they're linking up with Exide, and doing the West Coast with them.
I just chatted with one of the Exide dudes.
Oh, really? That's sick.
Yeah. When the hell was that? Last week, maybe.
Word. That's what's up,
Their fucking new album's good too.
dude. Yeah, I really dig the singles.
Yeah, the album as a whole is solid. So weird. This world is so like it's so small.
It really is. It's fucking huge. It's enormous. You find new bands every day and meet new people at every show, but it's still somehow it's a constant cycle, you know?
Everyone fucking knows everyone. Hey, I do this band. Oh yeah, dude, blah blah blah. Like, I
Right,
mean, shit,
right,
we just had two bands that we fucking back to back. I love that
right.
shit.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
I love being a fucking music nerd.
Me too, dude. It really is like the best thing in the world. I love it.
What what's your like favorite band?
Right now, ironically, I've been listening to a lot of Elliott Smith right now these past few
Okay.
weeks. Trying to think. I really love the band Revenge from Massachusetts. They're probably my favorite hardcore band. Um, Candy was like one of the first hardcore bands I got into, and I've always loved them, stuck with them. I think all their albums just like get better and better the more they put out. I'm trying to think. Been really into Silver Jews and Purple Mountains also lately.
I don't know any of those bands.
So you don't know Silver Jews?
No,
Oh man, Silver Jews is amazing. You like, I mean, do you like Pavement at all?
I do. Yeah.
It's two members of Pavement are in that band, and it's awesome. It's very sick.
Okay. It's weird that I don't know that then.
Oh yeah, that band is awesome. There's a lot of lore between like them and Pavement and stuff.
I gotta
Yeah, they're awesome.
now. Damn it! Now I gotta go study fucking Silver Jews. What the
Yeah,
fuck?
yeah, they're
Like,
awesome.
ah. What? If you guys could tour with anyone, any band, who would you choose to go out on the road with?
Oh man, any band. Oh,
I know the
that's
fucking hard question, dude.
yeah. Um, honestly, like the band Roseblood from Jersey. I fucking love that band. They don't even have that much music out. They've been a band forever. They're like kind of a fest band now, I guess. They don't play too often, but they fucking rule. They were on I think they were touring with Bloodbather at that first show I ever went to, and Bloodbather like and them like blew me away. And Roseblood is so sick. I wish they played more because they're like from New Jersey. It's like it's not that far from Baltimore. Like please come to
Right?
Baltimore, you know. But yeah, I love that band. I would love to play shows with them.
I mean, you may as well reach out to them.
I have. I'm still working on it.
Consistent. You hear that, guys? Tour, do it, or shows, whatever. Make
God, I
that
hope they
shit
don't hear
happen.
that. That's so embarrassing.
Why?
I don't know.
This is what we do. We find the most embarrassing things and we blast it out on the
Oh
interwebs.
God. I guess that is what most of the internet is.
It is. It's like embarrassing or what kind of cringy shit did you really fucking say? Like,
Yeah, yeah.
mm. I saw it, speaking of cringy shit. Someone sent me a fucking screenshot of some emails. This is so fucked up. I need to preface this by saying I am not on any side on politics. I fucking hate them all. I think they're
Sure.
asinine. Um, in the email, they're talking about how Putin might have photos of Donald Trump sucking Bill Clinton's dick.
Oh, that's awesome. I love that.
Oh,
Damn. I mean, it's so crazy how far and wide politics has become in so many senses these days, for sure. Not to be political or anything, but it's
dude,
crazy how media has evolved like the thing that controls the world. Like it's insane.
but I think media hasn't evolved; it's devolved, right?
Yeah.
Because it went from having like at least stuff that mattered happening
Hmm.
to stuff that doesn't fucking matter. Like that the movie uh what's that fuck Idiocracy. Did you ever see the movie
Yeah.
Idiot?
Yeah. I love that movie.
Dude, this is the world we're fucking living in.
Yeah. It really is. It's freaky. I saw a this is random, but I was on Reddit earlier on I think I was just scrolling through my feed, and on r slash mildly infuriating, someone had a picture of their Samsung smart fridge, and it was like, damn, I guess my fridge has ads now. And there was an Apple ad on their refrigerator. Like I could not imagine. Like that's just so crazy to think about that. That's the world we live in. You know.
Yeah, dude, like they're oh man, I remember
It
seeing
seems it
these
seems like a sitcom, like futuristic, like skit from like the '90s or something. Like
it
if it's
they're
crazy.
fucking cartoons, dude. They used to have cartoons showing where they were beaming the ads into the fucking
Right.
homes.
Yeah.
Like, holy shit. Like they had that on the cartoon and someone was like, I need to figure out how to fucking beam ads into your home.
Right. Yeah.
Smart fridge. Like you go to get milk and it talks about how you really need this fucking brand new iPhone or whatever.
Right. Right.
You, how ridiculous is that?
Very dystopian.
Yeah, it's fucked.
Yeah.
God, I'm glad I ain't got much longer left on this fucking place.
Dude, yeah, we're screwed. We're in our 20s. We're stuck with
Yeah,
this forever.
I know. I feel bad for my kids. Holy shit.
Oh man,
Nah, not
same.
not forever, dude. This world, we're here for such a short amount of time. Like it'll be over before you know it. What
Yeah.
a sad thing to fucking say.
Yeah. Hopefully it's fast and painless.
Nah, enjoy it. Go out and fucking just. I mean, do what you're doing. Enjoy it,
That's all
right?
you can do. Yeah, is try and take everything you can get and make the most of it.
Yeah, for sure. What's been the biggest show you guys have played so far?
The biggest show, probably Disturbing the Peace. 2 years ago, we played that. That was really sick. We opened at like noon. It wasn't that crazy, but if we're counting big shows overall, biggest venue and biggest like biggest show overall we've been a part of for sure.
That's fucking cool. Now, do you see like with merch sales? Do you see it better? Smaller shows, people tend to buy more merch, or the bigger shows?
Um, it's weird because it's different because sometimes you'll play to not many people and then it's like you make a surprising amount of merch sales, and then sometimes you play huge shows and you don't sell that much at all, you know.
Yeah,
It was what was funny to me about the Disturbing the Peace Fest is like because we're playing first, we got there super early, and so we got a decent pick at like where we were gonna put our merch on the tables or whatever, and it was a big horseshoe in the back, and Endit's merch was on the corner of the horseshoe on our side, and we were a few tables down from them on that side. So the line for Endit's merch was just the whole show. And everybody that had to stand in that line had to look at our merch. So even though like maybe a tenth of the crowd saw our set, like so many people just standing in line saw our shit and was like, "Oh, that's cool. Can I get that?" And it was like, "Hell yeah, that works."
yeah. I don't care if you listen to the music, just buy shit. Like
Right, right.
we're good. Nah, I'm sure a lot of those people heard the music too and were into it.
Hopefully.
He said, who cares? They spent money. That's the fucking truth. Whatever. All right, Flynn, I gotta cut this short, dude. I got a
All
couple
right.
things I need to take care of. All right.
Word. I feel you, man.
Hell yeah, dude. Thanks for your time and have
Thank you so
yourself a
much for
great
having
night.
me. You too,
Hell
man.
yeah. Thanks, brother.
See
See
ya.
ya.